Hey YouTube, this is Course, aka Corey P, aka Carvin from Judy's, aka Revel Red from Red Light Go, or Remy. No, Jeremiah's Remy. Sorry, Nova, or Course. I have like three aliases in that group. I don't know. We just keep. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. Anyway, I know I'm very late to this party, honey. I've just showed up. Not really. I heard about it, but I didn't talk about it right away just because I have shit going on. But now that the story is out and people are talking about it, I just might as well talk about it too. But I don't know if y'all heard, but Apollo from Housewives of Atlanta has been caught up again on some fraud, and it's identity theft and like bank fraud. Yes. And yeah, um this is not really a surprise to me because like I've been saying to my friends and stuff like who don't live here and they talking about it or have heard about it and they call me and it's like, oh my god, can you believe? And I'm like, yes, I can believe because this is not Apollo's, first time at the rodeo with dealing with this. As y'all remember, like what, 2 years ago, not even like maybe yeah, about 2 years ago, um, a young lady by the name of Angela Stanton came out and spilled all the tea about how her, Apollo, Phaedra, and Apollo's brother were all in this like racketeering and scheme where they were taking VIN numbers from luxury cars and then going to another dealership, getting with the VIN number, getting the key made, and then going back to the dealership that they went to where they saw the car and basically, drove off with the car and took it across state lines to a chop shop and you know took the money from that or however they worked that shit out. But yeah, they got caught up in that and you know allow her to take the fall. Oh, y'all like my nails, by the way? Look at that shit. Isn't that cute? Just giving you Easter pastel, even though it's January. I'm just into colors right now. I'm just giving you colors like to these. Anyway, but yes, yeah, girl, like this is not a surprise to me. It's not. It's really not because Atlanta is, excuse me, as I like to affectionately call it, stunt city. It is very much stunt city. Like a lot of these high profile people are pulling these stunts, honey, and getting caught. Like really getting caught. It might not catch up with them right away, but as we could tell years on down the line, they have been caught up. I mean, it's been like this for well into like from like the late '90s on until now. Like people that you thought were like examples and shining examples of the community, especially in the black community here, are just getting caught up in all this fuckery. Like I can remember as far back as when Sidney Dorsey, the sheriff of DeKalb County, because I lived in DeKalb County at the time, and Sidney Dorsey was the sheriff. He was that dude. Like he was somebody you respected, you revered, because he made it to sheriff. He was on Atlanta's task force before that. Like he was just a well established all around guy. He used to come speak in my school. I mean, from middle school, elementary, all the way up until I was getting into high school. Sidney Dorsey has been. I knew who he was, and that year was it 2000, 2001 when he lost his firm, his stint as a sheriff. He had the winning candidate. I forget his name. It was something Brown, but he had him killed. He had him murdered that night, like the night that he got elected. When he came and he was coming home from I guess his little celebration, whatever. Pop up. He got done in, and Sidney Dorsey was behind it. So that was I remember that stunt, and it caught up with Sidney quite quickly. Like honey, the person they caught squealed like a piggy, and Sidney Dorsey is now serving a life sentence for the conspiracy of murder. And then a couple of years after that, you know, Bishop Eddie Long, we all know what happened with that. And then it's just stunt city. Like all these prestigious people, especially like I said, especially these people in the black community, girl, like they are like getting caught up in these stunts, and it's really, it's kind of not cool. It's kind of embarrassing. Just not for me because I don't know any of these people personally, but it's just embarrassing as a whole, I guess, for the city and just for our community. Being that they're black people and they were looked as, you know, role models, people you wanted to aspire to be and be like and have careers and be successful and be, you know, do things the right way, or so we thought. And it turns out, honey, they were not really doing things the right way. Well, anyway, this is what this is. Apollo is, and I'm pretty sure Miss Parks is, or Mrs. Nida is not uh, too far. You know, she's in it somehow. She probably just kind of kept her distance, like as far as like not being like hands on like Apollo was, because of the fact that, you know, she's on this show now. And oof, you know, it's just, it sucks. But you know, like, honey, you know, like the like old Christians say, honey, what's done in the dark comes to light. And honey, Phaedra, and you would have think after that whole thing with Angela Stanton, they would have kept it cute and kept it low profile. But I guess Apollo, you know, and Phaedra, if Phaedra had anything to do with it, which I think she probably did, you know, they were still doing their same little stuff and on the low, thinking that nobody was gonna notice. And it's like, well, no, girl, like, a, you're on parole for this type, you know, for this type of shit. Like, you don't think that they're not monitoring you and the things that you're doing. You don't think that they might not, you know, I don't know. I guess he didn't think. But yeah, girl, like, he got caught up in some fuckery, and now like everybody, you know, on the blogs and everything else are just like having a field day off of this shit, because it's like, you know, the Phaedra Parks and her, you know, boy toy Apollo are back in the heat, you know, for some fraud. And it's just like, you know, Phaedra, girl, I don't know, like, I mean, I don't know, Apollo, girl, like, you might not be married to Phaedra. Like, Phaedra might pull a Okie on you. I can actually see it. Like, I think Phaedra might really just distance herself from you all the way. Like, to she's definitely not going to go down for this, honey. And y'all might have been in it together, but you know, you gonna be in there alone for a long time, honey. Like, and then you on parole too, so yeah, girl, you fucked. I hate to say it, like, and not in the getting fucked in prison kind of way. Like, you just fucked. Like, you gonna be in there for a minute. It's sad because you was. I mean, Apollo is such a nice looking young man. Like, he's not all of that, but he is. He's very handsome. So, you know, it's just, it's a shame, but this is like I said, this is nothing new. Like, Atlanta is stunt city. A lot of these men and women around here are just pulling these stunts and getting into these scams. Like, you really have to be careful, and it really is sad because, like, I mean, just I can speak for personal experience. Like, I didn't get scammed, but like, I do research. Like, basically, you know, like I said, I'm in Red Light Go. Me and my friend Jeremiah. Shout out to Remy Jackson on. If you follow him on Instagram, if you don't, you should. Remy Jackson, REMIIJACKSON. Excuse me, Remy Jackson. But I got I'm like about to say a couple of weeks ago, I got a message on my Instagram on one of under my pictures. Somebody, a producer. He's a well-known producer. I'm not gonna, you know, get, because I don't want to get sued. I'm not gonna put his name out there on here, but basically, he put a comment saying, you know, really, you know, I listen to you guys' music, I really like it, you know, I really think you guys are real artists, and you should definitely, like, you know, link up, look me up, and you know, Google me, I'm legit, and you know, hit me up, email me, and we can work something out, we can get something popping. So I'm like, oh, so you know, I instantly go look him up, and the first thing that comes up is the ripoffreport.com. And the Ripoff Report basically is a website that is dedicated to letting people know about scams and schemes and, you know, those type of things that people get conned. And this producer, while he is a well, you know, he's a known producer, and he has worked with some of, you know, your current rappers of today, like 2 Chainz and all them. Um, what he does apparently is like, he would, you know, do what he did to me. Like, he'll contact these, or, you know, message these up and coming, you know, aspiring artists, and, you know, tell them the same thing. Like, really like your music, I want to work with you, I want to help you get signed, I want to help you take your career to the next level, and, you know, contact me and we'll work out like a package where, you know, I'll get you some, you know, you could pay for some beats for the low, which is like, you know, a couple of thousand. but okay. But yeah, get you a couple of beats for the low, and I'll even get you a feature on there. Like I'll get one of the artists that I work with that are hot right now, and they'll come spit a bar on your shit, and he sells you these dreams, and he'll give you the beat and let you record it, and you have to do your own studio time and all that, and you record it, and then after you pay for the beat and everything, and you send it back to him, and once he's getting it, he'll contact you again and say, oh, okay, that was good, but if you want more, you gotta pay a little more, and we can get you a little more, and it's all for basically telling you, the more you pay and the more you invest, like it's all gonna work out, and you're all gonna get you're gonna get your career to the next level like you hoped. He didn't do that. Like once he gets as much money as he can get from you, he starts to stop contacting you, and next thing you know, numbers are changed, or he's not contacting you, and you're on the block list. You get straight to voicemail type of situations, and he takes your money. And so, it sucks, but like that's how people are living in Atlanta. Like some of these folks, like you just gotta be careful. Like you really do, just on the other side of not being the scammer, but somebody who can get scammed. Like you just really gotta be careful and really be smart. And I'm so glad that I looked him up. I didn't just jump, because my bandmate was just like, well, go ahead, like we could use the. And I was like, that's nice, but I'm looking at this report, and I don't. First of all, I don't have that type. I don't have $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 just saved right now. I'm working on it, but not right now. I don't have it, so he wouldn't have gotten much from me anyway, or from us anyway. But it's just the simple fact that you know you're doing this to people who are hungry to succeed and stuff, and hungry to get their shit to the next level, and here you are stealing from them. Like that's not cool. And it turns out the beats that he gave these people, they were already beats that are on these artists' album. Like he already sold these beats, so he basically sold you a sold beat. Like this is already somebody's. This is already a beat that 2 Chainz, or who else did he work with? Ah, fuck, because I don't want to just keep saying 2 Chainz. It's more people. I think Future was another one that he mentioned, but he's already given these artists the beat. And they've already paid for it. And they've used it, and they're putting it on their stuff. But he's selling you those beats and taking your money, thinking you finna get you finna get on, and really you just getting taken. And it's really like I said, it really does suck, because it's just you shouldn't do people like that, and shit just catches up with you. And I so badly want to say his name, but I don't want to risk I don't want to risk getting sued, so I'm just not gonna do that. I mean, I don't have anything to give you, but I just don't want to go through anything like that if I don't have to. So you just gotta be careful. But for all those aspiring artists, especially for y'all who are in Atlanta, if you get approached by somebody, just or messaged by somebody, and they're like, "Oh, you can Google me," and da da da, and the rip off report, read that report. Like, really do. Like, read that. Don't get so caught up in, because like I said, he is a legit Wikipedia page and everything. Legit art, like legit producer, has a nice resume, but and he's based in Atlanta. I think he lives in Florida now, but I know he got his start here, or he's from Florida and came to Atlanta. I don't know, but I know he he got his start here, and he works with a lot of Atlanta artists. Like, so yeah, it just sucks that that's the reality of the situation. That's why, like I said, like this Apollo situation, it doesn't surprise me, because a lot of these girls out here are conning these folks. A lot of these boys out here are, selling y'all dreams, and taking your money, and taking your coins when you ain't looking. So y'all just be careful. And like I said, to all my aspiring rappers and R&B singers and artists, like just be mindful of that. Like if you get approached by somebody on Instagram, or messaged by somebody on Instagram or Twitter, and they're like, "Yeah, I really like your music, and you can Google me and see who I am," and like I said, if you look up their name and the rip off report pops up, read it, and you go from there. Because I just was like, oh no, because I was like, I even mentioned back, like, I would love to, but this rip-off report is saying that you take me with money, and I'm just not comfortable with that. Like, you're not going to swindle me. I just don't want to. I don't. if I can help it. I don't want to be swindled. I really don't. You just gotta be careful, cause like, everybody out here is just trying to fuck over everybody else, and it sucks. It really does. It's sad, like, but it's just the world we living in now, honey. People are just trying to get over however they can, and they don't. It doesn't matter as long as you, I guess, you ain't they family or they in they immediate circle. I guess they feel like, well, hell, whatever, and it's sad that that's what's going on, but anyway, you guys, my prayers do go out to Apollo and Phaedra, and just like I just hope y'all just stop doing this and just try to do things the legit way. Like you don't gotta con people and make to get to maintain a lifestyle or an image. Like it's really not that serious. And I know some of the housewives, especially Kenya, she's definitely gonna have something to say. Which I mean, no, I mean it just makes me I do believe Kenya when she said that Apollo. I believed her anyway. She said Apollo was trying to get in them pants. I actually think they did something, or they were about to. And Kenya, I don't know if Kenya said this ain't right or what. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I believe her. I believed her anyway because, like I said in that last video I did, when Apollo was sitting at dinner with Phaedra, he was just lying, and he didn't keep his lie simple. He kept adding things, and it just kept making things a lot more clear. Like, okay, yeah, nigga, you was trying it. So, like, yeah, my prayers go out to you, Apollo girl. Like, hopefully they don't, put you in jail for life. But, girl, like, you did the crime, you fraud, and I mean, I heard it was a couple of million. You kept, y'all was doing this, y'all was running these scams, and it's not worth it. Like people ain't got money like that, and thank God the feds got to you before somebody realized that you was doing these things to them, and they got to you, honey, because vigilante justice is real, and people do not play about their money, because regardless of what you might think or what you might feel, we are still in a recession, honey. People out here are still not getting money and jobs the way they need to. So, when you do have some coins and, those, life savings or whatever, you just, honey, people will kill you over that shit. Like, especially if you conning it and stuff. No girl, no guards. Okay, so thank God the feds got and you turned yourself in before whoever, because, girl. And to Phaedra, girl, I just hope that, I don't know you because I don't know, but everybody say that y'all dirty. There's, the streets talk. Not that I'm running the streets. Okay, my eyebrows are growing back. Yeah, they start to grow back. I need to get those parts back. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Ooh. Sit up a little bit. Ooh. I'm slimming down a little bit. I'm trying to get back to my thin self. Honey, woo. I was eating, I was snacking, girl, and I was coming home eating late and then going to bed and child, yes. But anyway, enough about me. But yes, honey, like it's like I said, Phaedra girl, like I don't know you, so and I don't want to just automatically say you did what or you did, but this is the second time, you know, the third time, if and when there's a third time, honey, I know you got something to do with it. It's a little chilly. Let me put on my little hoodie. It's not a hoodie. It's like a vest with a hood. It's like a hoodie with no sleeves. It's a sleeveless hoodie. But yes, honey, like you just got to be careful, honey, for all the, and like I said, Phaedra, honey, I think you had something to do with it. You did. I do think that, because like I said, this is the second time, and you got people that's coming out and exposing y'all. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't say I'm enjoying it, but I do want to see how this plays out. I really do, because I don't thrive on drama or anything like that, but I do like when stuff like this hits. It's just like you can't help it. It's like you can't help but to watch a train wreck. And honey, this train is hanging off of the bridge. So honey, Phaedra, hopefully you can, if you can wiggle your way out of this, girl, great. If you can't, and if you do, and you succeed at wiggling yourself out of these type of situations, girl, stop it. Stop doing this shit, girl, because it's not helping. It's not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. It's not helping you. You just about to embark on a new business venture and everything. So please, like, please, please. And Candy Girl, like I know that show Judy, but honey, be careful who you call your friend, girl. That's all I'm gonna say. Because honey, they fuck over random people. Who's to say that they won't fuck over you? But I don't think Candy will be dumb enough to give Phaedra any of her money like that. I hope not. I mean, I know they friends, but to love your friends or to know your friends, and if you know your friends keep getting this some shady ass shit, then honey, that's just okay. Like, excuse me, sorry, my bubble gut's honey. But yeah, girl. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say. I have nothing else to say about it. I try not to judge. I try not to be too harsh of a judge. Even though I'm not out here conning people, but we all do a little dirt every now and then. But I don't do no federal dirt. Okay, because I am kind of judging. Let me stop. Anyway, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at CORS1985. And if you want to follow Red Light Go, our Twitter handle is at RLGHUNTY at twitter.com. Yeah. And follow me on Instagram. It's Nova Luxurious. Just like it's spelled, NOVA, luxurious as it's spelled. I feel like spelling it. Yeah. Yeah, and y'all have a blessed Sunday, and God bless to everybody, because, honey, and be careful. Scam artists, especially for us in Atlanta, honey, be careful, honey, because these scam artists are everywhere. It's making it hard, so you don't know who to trust. You don't know you don't know who to invest your money with. You just gotta be careful. Check your credit statements, check your bank statements, make sure everything that's coming out of your account. Make sure you are getting all your checks that you're supposed to be getting, honey. Please, because these girls out here are really, really, they stealing from you, girl. They stealing, honey. They taking all your money, and they don't care, honey. They living in mansions and mini mansions in Buckhead on your money. So just be careful. They out here driving nice cars on your dime, and honey, nobody wants that. Okay, if I didn't buy a nice car for myself, why you get to use my money to buy a nice car? So yeah, girl, you just gotta be careful, and try to be easy.